Hello, Glitch Reaper here again. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff in a row. A few things off camera like mining, etc., gathering resources. I also tamed a bat. Yeah, that mod's in here, the pet bat mod. So I'd like you to meet my bat. Yes, I named my bat Vampy. My bat comes in really handy. They'll be able to fight along with you, and all you need to do to tame them and take care of them is feed them pie. Specifically pumpkin pie. I guess whenever Atomic Striker did that, he was in a very Halloween mood. You know, associates with bats. So, yeah, because of Halloween. Other than that, no real association. Well, then again, there is the fruit bat, but I don't know if they'd really take pumpkin. There's the thought. Anyhow, what I was going to do other than possibly reveal my bat, and I did level my bat up all the way. In case you're wondering about how the system works, just click here and your bat will have your statistics, like Vampy. Whenever it doesn't say experience missing till next level, you know you're maxed out. So this is what it looks like when it's maxed out as well. Health is about 28, and attack power 7, and one of the reasons to call a bat Vampy with this particular mod is they have a life steal ability when they impact if their level's high enough. I think it's level 3 that I got that at. Now, whenever you toss them out of your inventory, your bat pops out and helps you around. But you also get a bat flute. That basically just calls your bat back to you. So if you need your bat, that's how you get your bat back. Also, if they die for any reason, they should automatically return to your inventory. Theoretically, you could have interference with that, but I haven't had any problems yet. So it's a good thing that mod was included. Now, speaking of things that like to be a little vampiric, we're back to the Evilcraft, aka Bloodcraft mod. Interesting thing here, and this is something I gotta show off, and it's better shown from the air, so it's a good thing I can fly. Now, I just hit F7. Notice how there's no lines or anything here. Nothing will spawn on this block. The dark blood brick, which is what you need for the most part for the machine. The spirit machine. Now, if I were to fly over here, automatically you can tell the difference, and that's where enemies like, say, the constantly annoying stream of Furbies can show up. Yeah, I have a plan for what to do with this area other than just light it up. Hopefully I'll be able to get enough stuff to do that at some point. But it's just interesting to note that despite the fact I have no lights, guess what? Those lines don't show up here. I mean, sure, I got like lights underneath and I've got it hoppered in. In fact, you will want to have a hopper directly underneath this block, the Spirit Furnace block that you need one of in the build. And I've got a crystal chest here so that I know whenever I got stuff. As you can tell, if you just have enough chests, otherwise you don't need them, but admittedly I did get those mostly from raiding. So I did, oddly enough, I didn't even bother crafting all those chests, it just happened. But hey, whenever you got them. Now, how you know the machine is ready is when you put the last block in, it'll glow. But first, a slight preview. The fact is, it's hollow. You do not want to build these solid at all, because they're not supposed to be. In fact, it very much specifically tells you in the book that you have to have enough space for the creature to spawn in that you're trying to emulate. So, wrong thing. Wrong thing. I didn't mean to do that. We need to sort out what to do with those extra books. But anyhow, let's see here. Okay, anyhow, it basically says in this book here that if you have a box of eternal closure that has a spirit in it, or soul, then you can basically revive and then immediately cook them. So they never really fully spawn, just basically collects their drops over and over. Now, as for how it tells you to build the machine, you have to have a hollow space inside it that allows them to basically spawn in. Like it's saying here, a zombie, for example, is 1 block wide, 2 blocks high, so you'll need a structure of 3 blocks wide and 4 blocks high with a hollow space inside. Now, the thing is that the bigger the better. Like, a really big one can still spawn things that require less space. It doesn't have to be an exact match. So you don't have to worry about that exactly. It's just the way it describes it may lead you on into thinking that you need more than you actually do. It does not need to be an exact match, it just needs to work. So it has to be enough. So, see the glow? That means bingo. That means bingo. Now, as you may know already, I have a few of these built up. Now, the thing is, while you can capture mob spirits normally, the ones that say Forgotten Player, these are artifacts. You cannot, upon any circumstances, obtain these in any way other than finding them as treasure. So I'll pull a few of these out because I will need to sort out who is in the box. You may be wondering why I mean that, but each of these actually corresponds with, like, a certain player or a certain individual. Like, one of these may literally be a notch box. I am not kidding. One may correspond to Jeb. Some I don't know exactly, but you sort of get the picture. Now, I'll need to fill her up before I really do anything here. Okay. So, charge up a bit. I think I'll get off this whenever I have a... No, I don't really have that much. Okay, I think I'll probably just empty out my supply. I think I really refilled this with pretty much all of that condensed blood that I found whenever I got to that structure. Okay, now how much... I think this can hold 10,000 normally, but I have a little something for it. I'm trying to remember, can't you... Yeah, you can click on any part of it whenever you've got the thing done. The weight multi-blocks could basically conducts this anywhere. I think I can leap directly to 2. Yes, I can. That's nice to know. Now, I may want to make this more efficient and more productive, so I may go through the procedure for upgrading. But for now, I just need some serious fuel. Okay, this is telling me what it's up to now, so if I make a Tenacity 3, I could go way up there, but it's just nice to know you can skip over 1 if you've got an actual upgrade that's higher. So that's just good to know. So why I'm pretty much giving it everything is this process takes, well, it should be faster for Forgotten Players than it is for some other creatures that you could theoretically have, because it's based on health, and players actually assume the health of a regular player, so it won't be as high as, oh, say, if I was trying to cook a battle tower golem, which has, like, generally around 200 health or so a very large amount compared to a regular player. And, of course, if I were to try, oh, say, cooking up a silverfish for whatever reason, even though they don't normally have drops, this does register ones with mods. So, if I, oh, say, wanted to get more silverfish tails, or maybe if they have another rare drop or that I'm not aware of, or maybe a skill orb from Zelda Sword Skills, which I was farming off of them for a while, they were supposed to have one that I did not get, so maybe they have an extra one, or maybe it's mixed up in this version. I don't know. But let's see who's in box number 1, shall we? Okay, you may see the progress bar. That'll go faster if they are, if you have like efficiency and stuff like that, and it'll go faster if the mob or creature is. You hear that sound? That means they got hit. Oh, it's a notch box. It's a notch box. I now know who's here. This is a notch box, so that one up there is a notch box. And I will make sure to rename this one as such because I want to keep track of them. And it's a good thing I have an anvil and nobody's around to interfere, so that's nice. That's very nice now. This is notch box. And yeah, you can rename these and they don't like affect what it does. Notch box. Wow, that's louder than I thought. But okay, things do come in differently for me than they do for through the footage otherwise. I've noted that I can hear a lot of things in the background that do not come through on my video. So there is that. Okay, if you got a notch box, you will get item frames and enchanted golden apples. So yeah, in this mod pack you can basically trade blood for EMC, like lots of it. I mean, seriously, an enchanted golden apple is worth over 100,000. That's a pretty good chunk, so if you really needed to build up for some reason, then yeah, that would definitely do it. Well, I could also do something else while I'm sorting these. Well, though, now that I have this one, and yeah, do remember, as I said before, the texture on this is only like that on these versions for 1.8, not 1.8.9, not 1.7.10, or earlier, which I think it actually has a version at 1.6.4. Well, thing is that that texture is fixed in other versions, so you don't have to worry about it. So you'll see what they look like eventually, because I will definitely be playing with this mod again at some point, and I do know a few other mod packs that use it, although not very many. It's not very well known. Evilcraft, aka Bloodcraft. So it doesn't show off that often, although it has a lot of neat things like this dynamic of using spirit power in this way. And one thing I admittedly did not notice before is it has an animated texture. How did I miss that? Oh well. Well, while I'm doing that, I can also do some of this. Let me see here. This one should be fire. Did they reset? Huh. Normally they hold on to whatever they were. At least they did while I was doing my mod review. Or mod preview, actually, because again, this was like a work in progress mod, Magicum. Although, I don't know if it's going to be continued to be developed, but seeing how there's several mods along that general line, I don't think that's too much of an issue. Although, this one had some of the coolest textures I have seen in quite some time. Okay, the way I normally have these set is I do it basically in the order of how they have it on your hotbar display. So I'll go ahead and reset these to the way they were before. I don't know why they reset. Maybe it doesn't save with the world whenever it saves. I don't know, because it has never had this issue before. I think it's basically, I don't know about that. It could be that it doesn't save with the world and it just saves basically RAM-wise, like as long as you're still playing. So it may not just do that whenever you log off. But I was going to get these powered up. I have plenty of coal. Well, these are worth a lot of points. Now, you can change what button it is to switch back and forth between that. So I got it where you get default display for Thaumcraft aspects, and whenever I hold shift, I see the Magicum aspects, since they're very different and far fewer of them. There's only 10 here. With Thaumcraft, well, let's see, does it even show it in ENI? I know it does for Magicum, but I guess it doesn't do that with Thaumcraft right now. Oh well. I may have overdid how many of these I decided to pop in for this, because they have fire, lightning, and wind. I'd like to build up my fire and wind magic. Because they have a large amount each, this should build fairly quickly. But the more of that they have in, the faster this builds. This meter right here. Basically what it's going towards is approximately 600 or so points. Now you'll need 3 of these power type items, or Sensei powers, or magic power items. And whenever this is about to hit, okay, you can just pull that out, cancel. I know I have some excess. I really only used up 1 coal for that. That's actually pretty nice. Okay. That happened pretty fast, so I have a feeling that I'm not going to be taking very long doing this part, or the next part either. Okay, so I thoroughly went overboard. Okay. But again, these have a considerable amount of points in each, so this should build very fast. But as I was doing on my mod preview, once you have about 3 of them, you can use a this special setup here. It's a special magical brewery, and you basically take some of those empty flasks and input the energy into them. I think I only have 1 here so far, but did that really not build up more, or did I miss it? No, it just... this is worth a little bit less. Okay. I can burn off the excess pretty quickly. I only need 3. Once you have 3 of any one item, that's all you really need to get started with casting spells. I've already got some of these set up and ready for that. I just wanted to show this off again to show what I was doing. I know I'm wasting coal power here, but I don't need to worry about that too terribly much, as you might remember. Okay, well, actually, I could go ahead and do that process here. I got the flask with me. So I can do some of my first ones this way, and I can burn off those extra eyes of Ender while I'm at it, because I don't want to do that. Don't want to burn that off. Well, just in case I need to do some more, I'll leave that there. I have some others set up. Okay, you put that there, and by the way, it will show it inside, which is very nice. And now, I think my first will be fire. This will take a little while, though. It has its own pace for that, so don't think I can really make that go any faster. Remember how I had to get something for this, or I mentioned I needed it? Well, that's because... Oh, I left it off here. That's because I needed to go mining, and I definitely found some cinnabar and stuff, because I needed quicksilver. You may know that cinnabar turns into quicksilver, or mercury. Well, the thing is, that's how it is with Magicum. You have to mine it out, you have to smelt it up a bit, and there you go. You get cinnabar as an item, rather than an ore, whenever you break it, so fortune does apply. But you have to smelt that to get the quicksilver, so it's kind of a bit of both. Normally you either A, smelt an ore to get something, or B, break it and possibly get to use fortune. In this case, it's affected both ways. And this is basically how I made this stand, and I did it in that magical crafting table, so I burnt off a little mana on that, but it quickly regenerates, so no real problem. Note how it's powering up the durability. Well, it's at approximately 1/3, and it burnt off one of these, hence why I was saying it takes 3 each time. Now, the issue is if you want to have your full magic power combinations, you will need to have 10 inventory slots, and I'm not sure how well that works with Battle Gear 2. That's a very interesting question I'll have to experiment with later. But since that's going to take a while, I'm going to experiment with another Forgotten Player box. So I'm going to be sorting souls again. That burns up a decent amount each time. Although, yeah, I'll just try this one. Okay, so let's see. Who's in the box? Whenever you got it hoppered up like this, it may not even show here. It may just happen really fast. Will it even be able to go? Or will I need more? Oh, progress is stuck. Progress is stuck. Well, there is another way to solve this problem. Okay, I can basically trade EMC for blood in a unique fashion. Basically, I just have to whack some Furbies. Okay, let me see. Who do I want to smash today? Oh wait, I don't even need to worry about that. What am I thinking? I already got a good thing to use. I switched this out. Now it's for Enderman. When you have it completely full and ready to summon stuff periodically, you can blank it out with a water bottle. So, yeah, and there's a reason why I've been trying to whack Enderman. They occasionally give you one of the skill orbs from Zelda Sword Skills. I want to switch this up to be a little closer, and I don't need the book immediately there. Wait, efficiency 2. Must have got that from an Infernal and not realized it. Shoo, you're not as good as my other pick. I've noticed that the number of kills and the amount of time that it takes to recharge changes with the creature, because with creepers, I needed 32 kills to get it started, and it takes a bit longer in creepers to recharge from making an Enderman. So, when I do this, watch the time it takes. Yeah, I can one-hit Enderman here because of my constant buff from my beacon, so this makes it like one of the perfect places to do this. And I didn't get a skill orb, but I got some Ender Pearls, I got an Ender Tear. So it's nice either way, it's nice. Now, how much blood did I get out of that? A bucket worth in one shot, so if I keep this up, I'll be able to work this out. I don't know how much it takes each operation, though. And I know I'll be able to increase that better with upgrades like Promise of Productivity and Promise of Velocity, so I should make it faster and more efficient. but upgrades do apply with that machine much like they do the other ones. So it works out pretty well. Okay, are you done? Are you done? Haha, you're completely full. So I have fire essence, and note this takes no fuel, it just works. So I'll sort this out. Oh, sorry, forget. Too used to other brewing stands. Because I don't want to worry about this immediately. Well, wait. Let me think about this. Got plenty of space in here. If I just move these over, I'd have the perfect spot to have 2 rows of 5, look nice in my inventory, and have all of my magic bottles in here. Yeah, that'll work perfectly right in that corner. I like it. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. So I got a plan for organization for later. And I do believe that'll just keep holding on to its progress, so I don't need to worry about it. No drop at all that time. Oh, I heard one. Well, thanks for being a donor. Okay, I purposely summoned in those Endermen, but you, on the other hand, just decided to do the noble thing for me. Thank you. Now I'll be able to see if this is enough. Maybe. We'll see how much it needs to finish it off. Nope, that was not enough. This is apparently an expensive process, and I'm pretty sure the other way to keep mobs coming is a lot cheaper if you want their stuff. Although you have to cycle through trying to re-catch them in the box each time in that case. Because the Spirit Reanimator, you have to go through the whole process you did in the first place again. In this case, it automates it so that it just keeps happening, which is really nice. And by the way, since this is essentially air essence, you won't really see much in the bottle, because it's supposed to look, you know, like a flask of air. So let me see here. This one is filling up. Should be fine decently soon. I'll need to take out more intermittent. Ooh! I have a third of those now. Sweet. I encountered a few skeleton Furbies while I was doing stuff to prepare, and I got more of those, so that helps. I theoretically could fight the Wither again at some point, and I may or may not do that on camera, I don't know. Or for that matter, the Wither Furby, because I may want to get more of their drops, specifically those spawner frames. The thing is that I don't entirely need them, since I've actually done that for all the... Well, I haven't gotten the boss for each of the ore trees, but I do, however, have a sample of each ore tree type. So I pretty much have them all collected. At least I think so. Yeah, I do have obsidian and I have quartz, so that'd be it. Wait, do I have glowstone and experience? I don't think I do. Well, I have I have glowstone. I do have experience, so I have those logs already, because I went through the procedure for all of them if I did. So if I've got... These are basically... I'm using these as markers to say that I did it. So I basically have done through all the ore trees. And I can always show those off more, but I thought, in honor of the Minecraft Gold Rush, it's a pretty good experience to go through to show that one off specifically. Aha! The power of wind. Nice. Okay, wind is over here, so this spot... So I do want to keep them basically in order, just 'cause, no particular reason. Now, let me oh yeah, I have the other essences over here, so I might as well grab them. Once I actually start casting spells, then it'll basically reveal to me more that I can do with them, and doing combinations and stuff, so that'll be cool. Okay, let me see here. I need all of these. Can I fit them all in here, though? Oh, that's a barely. Well, I can drop off a few things while I'm here. Oh yeah, those only stack to 16 for some reason. I forgot about that. I'll put that up here for now. Maybe I'll convert it later. Just in case I get anything important, I do have stuff. Okay, I will have to do some more Enderman because I was wanting to get that to work out. So while this recharge... What? Where'd he go? Over there? That's the thing about Enderman. Thank you. Okay. Am I close enough? Can I do that? Well, at least it does give you the ability to do partial progress. Oh, I've got to be so close. I really need to hang out at a spawner if I want to power this correctly. I need to go back to my nether spot. Oh well. Well, while I'm here. Let's put that there, and let's say I do the power of space. So while that works, I'll work the Enderman again. I just really want to sort my boxes and make my magic. Is that too much to ask? Oh well. Smack. Oh, now I hear you. Is it because your vengeance spirit is yelling at me? Probably. You have reason to be mad. Okay. Well, actually, while I'm at it, I could make my first wand, because this is going to take a while. Yeah, that thing's not even done yet from the first one, so I could probably make my first wand. Okay, let me see here if I... Do I have to book? Yeah, I have to book here, so I can just... Okay, let me see here. Magic. I think I unlocked that whenever I started doing the first brewing. Not brewing, but extractions. Okay, magic. Okay, so that is there. So wooden wand. Okay. This is an introductory wand. The strength of magic I'll be using will be at 70%. Mana consumed will be at 120. And Magicum at 93%. So that's basically the stats there. What that means is out of the rate you normally produce Magicum, you do it at 93%, which isn't really that bad. Mana consumed means it will consume more than usual, and strength means it will not be full strength, because it'll be at 70%. And as I craft more wands, it'll unlock more entries, so I need 2 gold nuggets and a stick, and it'll take me 34 mana to do this. So, yeah. That's not going to be too bad. And as you can see here, there's stuff that's going to be unlocked whenever I get that, and there's some other things that are hidden. You can't even see them right now, but these will connect off to other stuff. Because, as I said, I did some stuff while I was preparing for my review, so I know sort of how this process works. Okay, now... Oh, wait, do I have some stuff for this? Because, like, do I have some stuff in my minerals? Because I just need to know if I have some gold nuggets, because I do have... I have exactly 2 left. That was convenient. I've been working down my gold, so that was actually kind of funny. However, I do need a stick. Not a dart stick, not an ender stick, just a stick. Thank you very much. Okay, now I'll do that while the other thing's powering. Okay, this doesn't require any particular elements, and if I did, I'd have to draw them off of the filled flasks, and they'd go from here. So if I need any particular aspect for crafting, then that's how it works. So, sort of like in Thaumcraft, how you do that with a magical crafting table, how it draws from your wand out of its aspects. With this, you do it out of the filled flasks, and you have like mana cost and magicum cost for doing things, so it's very different. Okay, codex entry, wooden wand. And while I hold this, the game's quite aware of whether or not you have any of that in your inventory. Right now, I do not have any filled flasks in my inventory, so I can't draw power from them to cast my magic. So none of them are highlighted. If they're highlighted, that means you can do it. And as you can see, they're not highlighted. And besides, it might not be the best environment to be casting spells anyhow, right now. I mean, not until I get some of them ready, anyhow. Fire will spread fire, and you will spread ice and snow everywhere whenever you use the cold element. So it can get a little messy sometimes. Okay, so whenever I got that entry, I should have unlocked. Yep, more wands. See, iron requires iron ingots and the wooden wand. This one's a pretty much the same stats, actually. No, I'm just pointing that. This one has a bit more strength, a little less mana consumed, and about the same magicum. So it's a slight upgrade. Slight upgrade. Now, what about copper? Will copper be a good one? Oh, it uses up even more mana, although it is stronger and produces about the same. So, again, more of a side grade, really. Impressive Wand. I have yet to find out what this could be used for. Mana consumed 20%, but you have no strength or magicum. So I don't know what you'd use this wand for. It just doesn't seem like a good idea. Silver Wand, 100% strength, less magic consumed than the wooden wand. Magicum produced 70%, so a bit less magicum, but you do consume less mana and it is stronger. So a lot of these are very well balanced, as you can see. Like, for right now, I could use my wooden wand for the most part, but I'd probably either want an iron wand, or, let me see, no, the copper used a little more. So I'd probably want to go with an iron wand next. So if I get myself a couple of iron ingots, I can then promote immediately to there. Luckily, I always have a source. Well, ever since I got some. You have to get them first, obviously. So it's pretty handy. Again, this is better than AE2. Okay, this one doesn't have any requirement. So, ding! Now my entry has gone up to Iron Wand. And let's see what that's unlocked. Gold and obsidian. This thing never breaks, nearly. Well, it's made out of obsidian, so it better not. Now this will take some ages, and I don't know if I have that in a vial yet. So I'll have to do that later. Golden firing gold. Not regular gold, firing gold. So I have to cook some up, and it will take some Ignis. So it's a good thing I've got a flask of that ready. So if I want to promote to this, then that's how I'll have to go. And again, this takes an iron wand, so you can see how they build off of each other. Now this produces more magicum than this normal rate at 108%. Mana consumed is a bit higher at 127, but the strength is also a flat 100, so that means it should be going at full force. So golden is fairly good wand. Obsidian stats is mana consumed is less, magicum produced is, well, it's considerably less, actually, when you think about these combined, and the strength is 100. So, overall, those would be pretty good options to switch to, even before I get into spells. Just looking over the stats can sort of give you some insight. So, if you go to these other wands that are starting to show up here, you have to go to make wands that are closer. So, I don't remember if anything goes off of that, and I'm not sure if I want to try yet, because it's, well, maybe the only real reason for it is just to get a better entry. Space power. Life on, well, let's get, oh yeah, I needed this to craft the other thing, so I might as well start that right now. And I'll continue with organizing. Note how that's notice how that L is highlighted? That means I can use it now, if I want to. But right now, I don't want to do it quite yet, but I will work up to all that and show that off later. This is just the process of getting ready. Might want to put my wand up too for now, because it'll be a little while before I can actually craft a better one. I'll put that over here, which is pretty close to a lot of my magic stuff in terms of organization. It seems to be gravitating that way. Okay, maybe I can whack another Enderman or two and get that next box sorted. That might be enough. Let's see, because if that is, I could totally end on that. I found out something really handy. If you wanna, okay, let's see what this is in here. See if I can identify it. Furnace? Who's that? I got two furnaces. That's actually kind of funny. I'm going to have to see more drops from this person, so I'm probably going to farm something out between episodes. Because I need to figure out who that is, and I'm going to need a lot of blood, because the thing is, what you get is random out of each cycle. So I'm going to need to analyze this. Maybe I'll just put a funny name on it if I don't know who it corresponds to, because some of this is based on famous people. Like, you know, Notch, obviously, because we have the enchanted golden apple. You can even see it through the box, so you can tell if there's an enchanted golden apple here. And with crystal chests, you can even see the enchantment aura on something through it, which is really cool. So it's like one of the ultimate ways to display and store your items at the same time. Although it can get a little crowded if you have a lot of stuff in there, and it can cause lag due to tileage. So that can go the other way. And I only have one more before the barrier essence is fully powered. That's what they call that. The shield is otherwise known as barrier, because you're putting up barriers and defending yourself. So when that's done, I should be able to work off and everything. Although I suppose I should probably, again, since that's going to take a few more moments, whack an Enderman. I have, repeat have, gotten skill orbs off of mobs created by a flask of souls, because that's what I was doing with creepers for a while after I was done collecting my full collection of music discs. I have all those up here, by the way. Let me see, Missed Treasure. So yeah, I have a full collection, plus an extra. I found out that whenever Ominous Guy got dimensionally deflected, that I may want to be more careful with where I position my dragon eggs whenever I allow them to grow. So I don't think transportation between dimensions fully works unless the chunks are loaded somehow, and there's no exact chunk loader I'm aware of in 1.8, and I don't know if switching quickly between my interporter and that would work it, because as soon as you let the button off, it will probably immediately teleport you, so it'd be very difficult to quickly go between the interporter and the interlasso to fling them over. As I was originally wanting to use the interlasso for that, so I'm not sure what all I'll be able to use it for in this exact version due to issues like that. Okay. You see, by now it should be ready. There we go. There we go. There's barrier power. And you can see, well, actually, apparently you don't even have to be holding the wand for it to show that you can use it. I forgot about that. Yep, wrong thing. So as my collection goes, you can see I'm building up my magic. So I should be able to get myself ready for some serious magic later on. So I think for now I've done a pretty good amount of progress in building up for next round, and as you can see I also have a lot of experience, so I can go ahead and burn off some of that, naming boxes whenever I sort them, and doing other things. I don't know exactly what all I'll be burning that on, because I do that over time. Maybe if I'm lucky I can get maybe another bow, because with Battle Gear 2 there's other enchantments for your bow as well. They're pretty cool, and there is some also in your shields, so I would be wanting additional books for that. So I might just go fishing for a while fairly soon. I don't know exactly when. And I will need to build up some stuff, and then of course I'll need to use the anvil to combine all that, so I should be getting some perfect stuff. I've already improved my shields a bit. I got a pure book of bash power 5, and I have upgraded them all with that. Apparently they don't really contradict very much. But it's very hard to have a shield that's like an ultimate power, because it'd be very expensive in terms of levels. And of course the anvil does have an ultimate limit on that. You can't go past level 40 or 41. That point was to say too expensive, and you just won't let you do it. Unless you're in creative, of course, but then you're not really burning your experience now, are you? So I'm probably going to put a real dent in my experience once I get more of that, or maybe I'll do other stuff briefly afterwards. I'm thinking maybe doing a boss rush at some point, but for now I do need to, now that I have that machine fully ready, right over there, then I'll probably be using that for a while to do some sorting. And again, this looks really cool like this, because right now I got my scimitar at my side, I got the other sword there, the good model, and of course this armor looks awesome, so thanks Taggy on the model. And David for the effects, because you got him at that absorption, gosh. Anyhow, sorry about getting distracted on that, but I am going to be signing off for now. So I'm Glitch Reaper. Hope to hear from you all again. So, bye for now.